Pat here from Dead Things. Haven't posted in a while and I apologize for that. Basically, the reason is that I am in full-blown OCD Halloween build. This really is a sickness, people. It really is. I need serious help. I need a cure, and the only thing that's going to do it is more cowbell. Anyways, basically a couple of reasons why I haven't been able to post lately. My job has put a lot of demands on me lately. I'm out of town traveling on a regular basis. I'm overnighting way more than I used to be, and hence I just can't be building. I can't be physically here to build. The other thing is that I was asked to present to our special advisory committee to our health, the Ministry of Health for our government, on a particular product that we've been trying to get them to look at for a while now. So I had to focus on that quite a bit. Fingers crossed. I think it. I don't want to say anything else. Don't want to jinx it. The other thing is we're in full football swing season up here. Last Saturday it was a game, tomorrow it's a game, and that's 10-hour days for me. So, and pretty well by the time I get home I'm wiped out. I'm not a young man anymore, I just can't, So I said to my wife, I want to rock and roll all night and party every day, and she says, you're in bed by 9. And I said, I didn't say I could rock and roll all night, I just said I want to. Anyways, so one of the things I want to show you folks, I think this is really, really important because I found out the hard way just how important that this is when you're dealing with building circuits and electronics. As many as you know, I've been exploring pickaxe and what they can do for us as haunters. Nowhere near the way that Hal Staff has. In fact, he's been giving me some help and encouragement along the way, so thanks, Steve, appreciate it. He is literally, I really feel, just pushing the boundaries of what he can do. So if you guys are, anybody out there is interested in automating their props, automating their haunt, and doesn't want to spend a ton of money and has got that DIY attitude, check out Hal Staff, his blogs or his posts on Haunt Forum, and also his YouTube channel. Anyways, so what ended up happening is I built a couple of circuits. I built this, which is basically a just let me figure this out here, which way it goes. A pickaxe right here, 18M2, and a Darlington driver. And the Darlington driver allows the pickaxe to switch high current things, so 12 volt vent motors, such as. So what I'm trying to do is to build this for the witch, right? Because I want to animate the witch. I also built a talking circuit, Hal Staff's daughter board. So I built that. I had my buddy's girlfriend record a bunch of verses and poems, witchy sayings, as it were, for the Weirding Sisters, and downloaded them onto an SD card and one of those Tenda boards. So get the whole thing all together, plug it all in, apply power, try and download a program, and nothing. Go back to my breadboard, download the program into that, downloads fine, put it back onto this board and try and download it again, and nothing. So very, very frustrated. I spent the better part of last Sunday all day trying to get this thing working, and I came to the conclusion of this, that I just had to scrap these boards and start fresh, which I did. So what is the important thing that I learned in this whole process that I've not found being pointed out anywhere else? What it is this: you really need to have one of these which is a meter. Really need to have one of these. And what I did is every single solder I did, I ohmed it. Which means what that does is that tells you if there is a connection between what you've soldered and the strip next to it and the strip next to it on the other side. And because basically that's what I think happened here. I think that I got spillover on some of my solders, which meant that things were not isolated. They were crossing over, and I don't think I fried anything because I never did see the magic blue smoke. I just don't think that any power was able to get through to do anything properly. So I spent the better part of last week soldering up this. So basically it's the same idea. I've got my daughter board here, and or my daughter board actually is down here. Halstaff's design daughter board is down here, and the pickaxe and the Darlington driver are here. And if you can see, that is the solder on the rear of this compared to the solder on that one and the solder on that one. So, you know, I think that was a good lesson for me. I won't forget it. It probably came close to doubling the time it took me to actually solder the boards, but well worth it, because let me tell you, this thing almost became a football by the end of Sunday night. So well worth the extra time that was invested in ohming everything. So what does that mean in the grand scheme of things? I know now that the circuit on this is good. Right? There's a couple of things. I think basically I screwed up here and I put a 50 volt 10 microfarad capacitor when I should have like a 16 or something like that. So I'm going to remove that and put another one on, because I don't think that this is going to function properly with that. But everything else I believe should. If I soldered everything correctly and I was very diligent in following where everything needed to go, this should work. The circuit should work. Now what it boils down to is the code, the pickaxe code. So I'm hopeful that it's going to work. So basically, I'm going to be trying to get this thing up and running on Sunday. That's what I'm hoping, because of course I got the game tomorrow and there's nothing I can do about that. By the time I get home, I'm gonna want veg in front of a TV. So yeah, that's where it's at. But of course, you know, my OCD being what it is, I couldn't just stop it mucking around with one of those. I also had to build that and this. So basically what this is Niblique's fog chiller. And if you go onto Haunt Forum and look up Niblique's fog chiller tutorial, I believe it's in Prop How To's, that is it. Now I did modify his design a little bit when I built it. He built his, it was 2 feet by 2 feet, and I just found that to be absolutely enormous. I don't have a 1,000 watt fogger. I just have the little 400 watt guys. So I'm going to double them up. But anyways, that shouldn't be. So the other thing that he said is that it needed some weight on top. So what I did is I built a 2x4 block that's all glued together, surrounded by some foam to make it all look pretty. And then I'm going to drill a couple of holes in it so that guy can go in there. So it's not going to. It's going to be a functional thing. It's going to look like a big, I don't know, big monument with a cross on top of it, and it'll all be disassembled. I'll be able to disassemble it all. That's very important to me, that I'm able to disassemble this equipment and or these props and be able to put them away. Equipment. Thinking about work. Can't get that damn job out of my head. So that's what that is. And again, because my OCD kicked in and I'm on this thing about having odd numbers within my yard, I figured I can't have 12, I have to have 13. So I built this, and basically all that is I ripped down a couple of sheets, well, I guess about a sheet and a half of 1.5 inch pink foam, and I sandwiched the pieces together, and then basically skimmed them with other pieces. So this is 9 inches by 9 inches. So 1.5 inches. I don't know. You do the math. Figure out how many pieces that we needed. Give me a moment. I'll figure it all out. And then basically we have seem to have a lot of monuments like this in our graveyards around here. So I figured it was fitting. So basically, once I had it all together, I just sliced it. I drew actually a cross on top, and then picked an angle. This is not 45. I just used a what did I use? I used this little guy here. It's like a angle tracer, right? So let me just show you. You can kind of do that type of thing, and then you can lock it in wherever you want. So anyways, I just picked an angle, locked it in, drew it in from the center line to the edge, and then just used basically a hand saw to cut it out. It was actually quite simple. I was really happy about how simple that was. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a couple of foam skulls, 4 foam skulls, and affix them to here, and paint the suckers, and away we go. So yeah, I can't just stop at just doing one thing, you know. I gotta do the whole frickin' thing. I tell you, OCD. Coming to a dysfunctional family near you. Anyways, I just want to give a shout out to my wife. The woman is a saint, I swear. She has become a Halloween widow. Cheryl, I love you, babe. Thanks for putting up with this madness. And I hope to be posting a positive result sometime Sunday on this whole little bit of joy. So anyways, we'll be chatting at you soon. Take care.